Football is sexy, baby. We are in the house. We are in San Francisco, baby. So this is going to be even more special to me. Tell me about. All right, we are here in San Francisco, Media Row, Super Bowl 60, and we have some time to do a live podcast. And I thought I had to have this guy on. I've been wanting to have him on for a very long time. This is Raj from OurSF49ers. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you, Threads. Let's go. Raj, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Monica. It's awesome to be here. Football is sexy. We know the vibes. Radio row, media row nowadays, because they ain't know about radio, but it's a great opportunity. I'm happy to be here. Been tagging along with you. You know everybody pretty much, but yeah, let's talk. This is fun. This is a great opportunity.
Let's talk. Well, first of all, I always admired you. When I first started Football Sexy in this whole social media game, you were one of the first pages that I looked up to. One, obviously, because I'm a Niner fan, I'm a faithful. So as a fan, I was obviously following you. But when I started my own journey and realized what it takes to build a page, to be consistent, to be, just grow substantially the way you have, I was just enamored.
Yeah.
How do you do it? And do you have a team behind you?
It's just me, myself, and I. I don't have a team. It's just one man show. I mean, it's good that I only follow one team, because if I tried to cover all the teams, because there's people that do all 32 teams and they're posting news all day about NFL and stuff. Yeah, I don't know how people do that all day, especially if like there's breaking news, because updates happen all day. If you stay at home and you don't really work anywhere, yeah, maybe, but it's still a lot of work just for one team. And the Niners have a lot of news. There's always something going on.
Right.
Even in the off season, my phone is buzzing. So yeah, it's just me. But now that I've kind of built my platform and my brand, people reach out to me. I'll have like Yahoo Sports and like my boy Alex from Niners Nation. We collab a lot, so it does make it easier. But still, I'm posting the news. I'm getting the news. Now that I'm able to go to these events, I get original content. I go to the games. When I'm watching the game, I'm not really watching the game. I am, but I'm getting content. I'm posting, because on game days, that's a work day. I'm posting all the news, the highlights, all the stuff that's being going on, breaking news updates. So it's just a grind, but you get used to it. You have folders of templates and news and stuff. You just got to stay ready. You got to know who to follow. Notifications are on for Adam Schefter, etc. And I work also as a physical therapist, so it is definitely not easy running a page like this for one person. I was talking to Alex yesterday, and like Bleacher Report, they have a whole team. They're posting news all day, but they got like hundreds of people. For me and him, just one person. So it just takes a lot of determination. But if you want to be successful, like you said, you got to be consistent, and that's really what it is. It's just me trying to be on top of everything.
And a lot of the Niners follow you.
Yeah, I got players.
Right? You got players following you.
Yeah.
Do you ever get DMs from some of the players?
I used to talk to a lot of the players. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, I used to be more like, because when I did more YouTube stuff, I'd reach out to them, say, hey, can we do some interviews and things of that nature. I don't do it as much, but they do message me. Sometimes it's not like good DMs. It's like, hey, you put out this information, I need to clear it up. I'm not going to drop any names, but there's been times where I don't know if this news is accurate, or like their agents will reach out to me and say, hey, this guy's free agent this offseason. Can you pump him up, to kind of boost his value? That's happened too. They use sports media pages to say, hey, get some publicity on my guy. So that's been something that's happened. And then there's players that I genuinely would talk to because they would love the page, and we just messaged, like Jimmy Ward, me and him, we used to talk a lot. Other players, but Jimmy really was like the first guy to give me the opportunity, because I was, like you said, grinding just like you, posting, and it finally started getting big. And he was the first one to interview me. So we would talk. Then after that, we just would message. Even when he went to Houston, I would just, message him. There's other players too, but and some of their family members, like a lot of the family members, they love my page. So like even when they leave, those family members will still talk to me and say, hey man, keep it up, we love you. I know my son's not in the team anymore, but this, that, and the other.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been blocked? I'm just asking for a friend.
A lot of times I've been blocked, like I said, especially from rival teams. You post some, content where let's say, let's just say, for example, like let's say Diamond Lenore's talking trash about a player. That player, you post what they said, and then it gets heated. People will comment on in the post. and then the player will just say, I don't want to see this page because it's all social media gossip. So players of rival teams, when there's like a lot of beef with the Niners, yeah, I've been blocked by them, like DeAndre Hopkins, because I think I posted something where he was getting like hooked up or locked up by Jason Verrett. He didn't like the post. He blocked me. But actual Niner players have blocked me too, because again, they don't like the
Really?
news sometimes. If it's bad news about the player, they don't want to hear it.
Current and on the current roster?
Not current roster.
Okay.
I remember my most infamous block was Dante Pettis. That guy was a little soft, but I was like a big fan. I was a supporter of Dante Pettis, but he was pretty much a bust. And Niner fans would rip him apart in the messages and this and that. I think he got mad, and he just blocked me one time. And then my good friend lives in Vegas. He kind of knows a lot of the players. He's one of the guys. If the players go to Vegas, they get taken care of, right? It's because my friend Moose, like, he knows them all. He's the one that takes care of them. He knows Parag. He saw him at the wide receiver group, or he saw the group one time at a party, and I was like, oh, tell Dante to unblock me. And he, like, acted like, oh, yeah, oh, Raj, oh, I blocked him by accident, da-da-da-da. After he gets traded, and then when we released him, I think he signed with the Giants. This was years ago. The first thing he did, he blocked me. He hated me. He hated
Are
my
you
page.
serious?
Well, it's because, let's say I post some news about Dante, right? And the fans didn't like him. It's just going to be like, oh, he sucks. They tag him. Dante is this. Dante is that. He's a piece of trash. Da, 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 da. He's going to see that, and he's going to associate that, my page, with, like, negativity. Like, I hate him. I mean, I didn't at the time, but now, yeah, I probably hate Dante Pettis.
Oh my
I wouldn't
God.
say hate. That's a strong
Well,
word. But
when you're one of the few people when I see go live, I try to jump on.
yeah.
And you rarely talk bad about anybody. Rarely. You have like, and when you have an honest opinion, it's always very honest and it's not malice. It's
Yeah.
not. I've never like me. I'm different.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, like, I gotta keep it 100 on people. I gotta give my honest take, and that's kind of why I flew to YouTube and I was able to kind of express myself a little bit more. But also too, I don't want to like break anybody down, because at the end of the day, they're in the NFL. I'm not. I mean, I'm not a professional football player, so I want to be honest. But at the same time, I don't like to like tear anybody down. So and also too, positivity is good for a social media page. The players are following it. Kind of want to be positive a little bit, so they don't like, oh, he just trashed me. Why am I following this guy?
Right.
And their family members. So yeah, I try to be a little bit positive, but there's times where I'm live, I can say stuff because it's not always going to get posted. People aren't going to clip my post, or my live. But there's times where you say something wrong, it gets thrown out in the social media world. So you got to choose your words, careful. I do a show on Tuesdays with Larry Krueger, and that's kind of where I could be a little bit more critical,
Yeah.
and say, oh yeah, this guy I don't like him, or this guy I don't like him, and then kind of explain why.
Right.
But if I make a post and just like straight out say, oh, I don't know, like Colton McKivitz is a bum, he should be cut, nobody's gonna want it. Nobody wants to follow a page for that like negativity. They want to go to my page and find out what's happening with the 49ers right now. So that's
Right.
what my page is about.
Right.
News.
Right.
And if I try to keep it 100 with the players. Be
Right.
nice, because the family members do follow me.
Right. And do the Niners organization ever throw you a bone at some point, or are they kind of like standoffish? Because I've heard some different things from other Niner pages. Is that something? Well, and of course, the Niners are the Niners. They're the organization. They don't owe us anything. They are the Niners. But have you had any like? Have you gone to the game? Have you been on the field or anything like that?
I mean, not because of the Niners. They don't give you anything. And it's because, I'm an independently run
Business.
social media brand.
Because we have nothing to
Yeah.
do with the team.
Yeah, we can't. We're not affiliated.
Right.
So it is harder to kind of like break that barrier down. And I think that's what people like us are trying to do. The social media has expanded so much that it is kind of knocking at the door. Like 10 years ago, I don't think someone running my page would be at a media row. It was Radio Row, right? If you
Right.
weren't for like radio media, you're not going to be here. So it has kind of opened doors with, like, you got, like I said, Overtime, Bleacher Report, ESPN, big brands. And now my page is becoming a brand, right? If you think
Right.
about it. But no, the 49ers per se haven't really given me any opportunities. There's been chances where, like, they had a 49er, like, ultimate fan, you'd pay for that. And then every once in a while, they'd, like, bring you on to do, like, a quick segment on their 49ers app. That was years ago. So that was, like, the closest to it. But, I mean, I know some of the people that work for the 49ers media team, and they're cool. Like, they give me information, but they can't really help
Right.
an independent,
Right.
content creator. And also there's like beat writers and journalists. So there's like a whole chain of
Command,
kind of, yeah. So you kind of can't step on people's toes. But I know all the writers. I know Larry Krueger. I know like, Cam Inman. I know all of them. They respect me. They know.
Yeah.
They're like, you got the news faster than us, really.
Right.
So
Right.
they know about me. They so I just try to be respectful to them, just like the players and their families. But, to say the 49ers, do they help me? No, but it's not like I'm mad. Oh, I can't believe the Niners organization. It's a corporation. And if I were to work for them, my page would be a lot different. I would not be able to do
what
half the
you do.
things I do. So I
Yeah.
do my page. I run it independently. I can go to training camp. I won't be on the field, but I can get my content from where I get it, and that's just how we do it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it really floors me that you are you have a full-time job and you do this. I'm telling you, like, it is so much work. And I have a social media. I'm doing live events. I have a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm building an app. And it's just pretty much a woman show.
Yeah.
But you literally, I mean, every time I turn around, you're putting out great content. So when you're at work and you get some breaking news, like, you just stop, you run in and pretend to go like to the restroom or go get a drink, or how do you? Everybody probably knows what you do at work. How do you get through that at work?
At the clinic I work at, they kind of know, and I kind of like manage my time around it. I'm not full time anymore at the clinic I work at. I used to be a director. Can't do that anymore because it's just too much.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get into this more because I monetize. I have a sponsor, so I have to really organize my time. Like during the season, I know what time they're going to do their press conferences. I know what time they're going to talk to the media. So I kind of build my day around that. I'll be in the clinic in the morning, leave. I have home health patients where I go to their house. But in the middle, I can like chill in my car, post news, get content. You just got to organize. Later in the day when there's nothing going on, I'll create content and, stuff that I see for the next day. I'll have stuff ready. Because like when a player's injured, for example, there's going to be news like on a Monday. So I'll have like the post ready, the templates ready.
Right.
As soon as I see the update, post it. So you kind of have to have things ready, especially if you're working all day. And me, I'm with, I work in the medical field. I'm with patients. I can't be like, all right, Miss Smith, hold up there. I got to go make this post. But I've had to like do stuff like that before. Like, oh, I got to use the restroom. But my work knows what I'm doing. And they kind of give me that. I'm blessed that they like support me in doing it. So they're like, they think I'm like a celebrity there. I'm not. But
you are.
I do have to kind of organize things, and it is very difficult working. But you just, like I said, you just have to organize your day around it and have stuff ready in case stuff happens. Even if it's just like breaking news, Max Crosby gets traded to the Niners. Like nobody would think that happens, but I have that template just in case. So you have to create so many things. If there's rumors, as soon as a rumor drops about a player, create that content and have it saved for a rainy day. It's really what it is.
See, words to live by. And I've learned that. I remember I was like, okay, Aaron Rodgers is going to make a decision at some point, whether he's going to retire or go to another team.
Yeah.
So I finally kind of got together to have something ready.
Yeah.
And so I understand that now. But it is so hard to do what you do.
not.
I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. As a faithful, thank you for giving me great content.
Yeah.
Thank you for collaborating. A lot of people don't collaborate with us. And I just want to say thank you for all the love.
Of course, appreciate you. They should be collaborating with you. And you know what? Football is
sexy.
Sexy, I'ma say it with my chest. Football sexy, I'ma rep.